Hello everyone, and welcome to RNG University. On tonight's episode, we're gonna try some firebending. So, I've made a Mono Red Firebend deck, and I want to try how good this version of firebending is compared to earthbending and airbending, which have been just totally bonkers. But firebending itself does have a lot of kind of combat tricks, and WotC has recently just kind of banned all the combat tricks from standard, right? We no longer have the Screaming Nemesis. We obviously don't have the Rats, and we don't have Monstrous Rage, which all go very well in the combat trick-centric deck. But now we have Firebending Student, one of the top hyped card in Avatar for Red that a lot of people are looking at as the new Monastery Swiftspear, but Monastery Swiftspear is not just a 1-mana 1/2 prowess, whereas in this is a 2-mana 1/2 prowess. That is, it's a big deal. It's double the mana cost, but the worst thing about that is this card is not haste. So I want to know how good this card can be if he's not or she is not haste, right? And that's the whole idea behind this card, and I want to build a deck around that. So we're making a firebending deck, and of course, you look at the curve, right? It's very low to the ground, 1-drop and 2-drop, but I don't want to talk about it by the curve. I want to talk about it by the cards that we're playing. So turn 1, our tempo plays 4 Fire Nation Cadet. I think this card is what makes this deck work. It's a 1-mana 1/2 that has Firebending 2 as long as we have Lessons in our graveyard. And for extra mana, we can pump it into it to give this creature +1/+0. And then we have obviously for Higher Claw, which does give us our triggers. And then we have our 4 Greasewrench Goblin that is a 1-mana 2/1 that eventually, when we're getting a lot of mana from Firebending and not a lot of things to do, we can draw cards with it. And we have 2 Burnout Bashtronaut. I slot those into the deck as well because obviously this will be very good to get the double strike, and then the extra Firebending can give it +1/+0. But getting double strike is very difficult to do, so I don't think it will get there that easily. That's why I only have 2 of in the deck. Then of course 2-drop we have 4 Firebending Student, which is very good at both firebending and getting the prowess triggers. And we have 4 Firebenders Ascension. This is an insane card too. 2 mana for a 2/2 red soldier that has Firebending 1. But more importantly, whenever a creature attacks has a trigger ability, we put a counter on this, a quest counter on the Firebender Ascension. And when we have 4 or more, not just 4 or more quest counters, it doubles every single attacking triggers. So not only does it double our firebending, which is the intent, it also doubles the higher claw triggers, so that every time we have a lizard attacking, we can deal 2 damage. And if we have 2 higher claws, every time we have a lizard attacking, we deal 4 damage. That's wild, right? So that is what I think the whole firebending package that will only work if we have the whole firebending package. Then, of course, we need to have Lessons in the graveyard for Fire Nation's Cadet. Otherwise, this is just a 1-mana 1/2 trash. So, to put Lessons in our graveyard, I have 4 Firebending Lessons in the deck, which will deal damage. It's kind of like a Burst Lightning. And then we have 4 Abandoned Attachments in the deck as a card draw. Discard a card to draw 2 cards. So, these are our Lessons. And you can see we have some sort of a card draw in the deck. Aside from the Greasewrench Goblin, Abandoned Attachment is another type of card draw that we can discard, extra lands in our hand and draw 2 cards to actually tempo off. And this is an instant. Both of these are instant, so we can actually use our Firebended mana to cast these spells. So that's the idea. But we also need a lot of other interactions. So we have 4 Burst Lightning to deal more damage as interactions go. And then we have 4 Felonious Rage for power-ups. And now Felonious Rage is the only card I really like in this deck for giving a creature pluses, right? We don't have Monstrous Rage, that would be a very good card, but we don't have it anymore. And I tried to use the Manifest one, the Turn Inside Out. I don't like that as much, because to Turn Inside Out is just +3/+0, and unless we have the Flying Dude, the Slickshot Show-Offs, it's not getting the extra boost that we need for the damage. So that's why I just use Felonious Rage instead. Felonious Rage is very good because it gives the creature haste, right? And that means that we can actually get our Firebending Student to start attacking the turn she comes in. And if we put Felonious Rage on her, that is +2. And then Prowess gives another +1, so that'd be a 2/3 then the 4/3. It'll be a 4/3 Firebending 4 for 3 mana. That's a pretty good card in that scenario. And then we have 2 Opera Love Songs, which is additional card draw that we can use with our Firebending mana. Exile the top 2 cards of our library, and we can play it until the end of our next end step. So that's pretty good. And if we need to get through with damage, we can give 2 creatures +2/+0 as well. Putting that on the Firebending Student gives us additional Firebending mana as well. So I think Opera Love sounds pretty good for this deck. And finally, I found a pretty cool hidden trick that some decks were using, and that's Great Train Heist. This card, it's actually really good because we get to spend 4 mana to untap all creature we control and get a new combat phase. Now, that might seem difficult to do because it's 4 mana, but this is only on our combat phase, which means all of our Firebending mana can be used to cast Great Train Heist. Not only that, for extra mana, we can put 2 extra mana into it to give all of our creature +1/+0 and first strike, which means it's difficult to trade with. And we can put an extra mana to make all of our creature give us mana or give us treasure if we can deal damage to our opponent, which of course they can't block because we have first strike. We get mana, we get treasure if we deal damage, and then we can untap and do a second attack if we need to, and that's how we can push through the extra damage should we need to. So a very aggressive deck, so only 18 lands in the deck, 17 mountain and 1 Fire Nation Palace, which just 1 means that we should always be able to have it come to play untapped since all of our other lands are basic lands. That's the whole idea of the deck. Let's see if we can bend fire in standard. Alright, our opponent is Gunner69. Ew. I mean, you didn't have that name. Oh look, opponent goes first. Wouldn't be the first time this happened, right? Alright, how's it going? Spyglass Sight. I'm gonna put a cadet out there. Is it another opponent goes first kind of game? He's got 1 black mana or something. It's a staff? No, it's a tragic trajectory. Very tragic indeed. Alright. I'm going to put 2 Grease Goblins out there. Harder to remove with 2 Grease Goblins, but I could just bend one of those away. Right? Yeah, otherwise Kaito comes after me. This feels bad. But it's something we gotta have to fight through. I don't think I play this. It's pretty bad to play right now. Shoot the sheriff. Alright. Then we got to unload a bunch of cards. Then we can abandon our attachments and stuff. Ah, no play. No plays is nice. I mean, I really only get 1, right? Could give my Grease Monkey Firebend 4. I think we just do this. Flood Pit. Yeah, that would have to take that. Alright, he's got 4 mana. Is he gonna do anything? No. It's probably gonna be you get Firebend 4, right? Yeah, it's probably gonna be a Curiosity turn. But I Firebend 4 with this. Let's see if he responds. Shana. Interesting. Alright, so this doesn't have firebending, but I could attack with this. Then I just had to face down a Kaito. I don't want to have to face down a Kaito. What's the plan here? I don't know what the plan is here. Just trades his creature away and say go and play Kaito? Hardcast a Kaito? Or not do anything, alright. What does this do? Exile the top 2 cards, right? I should have played the land. Alright, well, maybe he has a counterspell. You never know. Let's exile the top 2 cards and we'll get Prowess triggered. Enduring Curiosity. We'll let him declare blockers. Cool. Oh no, I can make it plus, but I can't do all of it. Untap all creatures of control. Get additional combat phase. I don't have enough time for that. So I think we just plus here. Oh, I could give it a +1/+0, but I lose my heist. I think we do this first. And I can manifest. Alright, so we get rid of Curiosity. Manifest. Ha! Oh, that's fun. Okay. We lose that land, but that's fine. There's a Spyglass sign. I know he's gonna hardcast Titan.
Don't worry, Pom-Pom-chan. I've got this.
Stun the Firebending Student.
Take a break, will ya?
We'll turn our Higher Claw face up. So I can just kill this and kill Kaito. I want to attack with one or more lizards. So deal 1 damage, right? So I can also get the Heist, but it doesn't really do anything. It untap all creatures.
I'm really not used to losing.
I'm sure you're not. Another Spyglass sign. Alright, what is he gonna get? A bat. Alright, I gotta use the Heist this turn. Oh, he didn't want it. Huh. Well, he could have made it a 2-3. Instead, he got a land. What's this last card? It doesn't seem like it's an instant, so... Oh, another love song. Okay. Do I want to use this love song here? I think we attack, and then we can... Let's put it on this. Alright. I get to... Well, I get 4, 5/6, which means I can untap and +1/+0. I don't think +1/+0 matters as much. I don't think +1/+0 matters as much. It could be a counter spell, so let's see him declare blockers. I can give +2/+0 and +2/+0 for each of these. It's not exactly 7, right? I think the exile might be more useful, but I can't play anything else because I'm out of lands. So he needs to block 1. And now he's down to 2, and we leave him. Alright, it's something. Something happened. GG. Alright, our opponent is the Baby Shamble. We're gonna go first. We got some cards to play. None of the new cards. Sounds like fun. Tiresome Claw. Tap land. Oh wow. You're gonna get got. Take 2. Gonna play a blocker. Overlord, not a blocker. Alright, Cavaro's coming in like 2 turns. This does get a trigger. I think it's better than Opera Love Song just because I get more damage with this turn. Does it again. Alright, can he reanimate something scary yet? No, not yet, but he could play that. Why did he could have reanimated it? I guess he wants to use that on my creatures. So, go to my turn. Do we Love Song here? It gets 2 cards. But is there a hasty speed thing that I want to do? Because what I can do is just pump the higher claws. I'm just gonna give Firebending 1. First this, then this, right? Take action. Take action. And then since I have 2 mana, I can activate... let's get the Opera Love Song going, because it's free right now. Lands and Abandon. Down to 5, I'm going to play this land. And I'm going to bend an attachment on one of my lands. Kiora! Kiora's about to learn a lesson. Oh man, this guy is greedy. Bringer, Ving Ripper, too greedy. GG. Just an attack will kill him. Well, we get somewhere we're gonna get to go first with actual cards. Alright, our opponent is Balrog. The mighty Balrog. Here to fight us. Meagerly little red deck. Alright, let's see what they're gonna do. They mulligan. Maybe good for us. We've got 2 Firebending lessons. They're not very good lessons if our opponent has no creature. They're pretty good lessons if our opponent do have creatures. I do see. Oh god. Third one is kind of cringe. I should attack first to see if he blocks. I don't think he's gonna block. Not losing much from doing this. Healer Hawk. He's playing off 1 land. Let's see how he wants to block. Maybe he blocks a Grease. He no block the Grease. He's really just playing off 1 land. Oh, he's just giving me the win then. Halia. I don't think he gained 3 life doing this. Firebending Lesson is exactly Burst Lightning, except it's a lesson, and you can't deal damage to non-creatures. So, gonna get strictly worse in a lot of cases. Discard these 2 cards. We'll draw 2 more cards. They're down to 8. 2 lands! Here comes something. I don't want to play the Higher Claw though, because I can Firebending Student and it's still Burst Lightning the Channeler. Okay, Higher Claw, Burst Lightning the Channeler, and Burst Lightning the next play. Would he? We block the Grease? I don't want him to block the Grease, right? Just kill it. I missed the Monastery Sphere. It's such a good card. Firebending Student is not the card that people say it is. It is a 2-mana non-haste. Since I'm always going second, even if I draw it on curve, this attacks on turn 3. So, still win. Take that, Balrog. Alright, our opponent is the Durkando Chinkis. Whatever. Standard Bear. Go first with no creatures. Fine. Go first. Still kind of no creatures. Sort of have creatures. We'll keep, and I'll put away the Cadet because it doesn't actually trigger. Not for a while, anyways. Go Higher Claw. Firebrand. Let's go. Ooh. Oh boy. Well, I mean, this just triggers, right? It doesn't do anything else. So, let's play the Ascension. We'll get our 2/2. Just thinking about dealing the damage. Okay, we got a stickler. We got a stickler that will stick and take forever. Fine. Gotta wait for the rope for every one of these choices. You gotta play red. You gotta learn how to select gold, like the pass priority button. Where's the rope? Why did it go away? There we go. Take it to 1. I mean, he's not gonna block it. That makes no sense. Alright, what else you got? Or is it? There's Sharpshooter. Deals 1. Whatever, another creature. Okay. So they make no place. If I attack any double blocks, what happens here? Let's just put out the higher claws. We'll get so much triggers off this. We'll shoot first. That's 4 triggers. No, 3? I thought it would be 4. Huh. What? How? Attacking. Oh, attacking. Not when a trigger ability triggers. Not allowed. Weird. That's a weird block. Yeah, that's a weird block, but okay. I wasn't gonna get to use that 1 mana anyways, no matter what, unless I don't play the second higher claw. But then, what advantage did I get on doing that? Oh, should have blocked. I didn't think it was a Gecko deck. And a Plunderer. That's pretty wild. Alright, so I do get 2 mana to use the Abandoned Attachment. I think we just go for the attack. I'd like to take action. I'd like to take action again. I'll take action a 3rd time. And then I'll go to blockers. How would you like to block? Just single blocks? Okay, so then I will abandon attachment. Let's get our Bashtronaut out. Firebending Student. Firebending Student does actually firebend that much. Give me a treasure. Thank you. Oh dear Axonanto, whatever it is. I mean, this attack is 4 damage, right? So he's technically at 5. If he doesn't block 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm pretty much there. So let's see how he wants to attack. He's got 1 mana, so he's probably got a burn spell. And we wait for the slowest decision ever. Okay, that was a very slow decision, and nothing actually happened. Gotta go all in. Don't have much of a choice, but we will have all these triggers. Interesting. kill one, right? If I want to kill two, I had to buff this up to a lot. I think I do have to kill at least two though. Yeah. Then I can buff this, but I think it's better to have another Firebending Student down here. Use up the treasure so you can deal damage to me. Firebend? Alright, that is technically 4 damage, right? Another Plunderer. That's scary. This is 4 damage, I think. To an opponent. Only to me. Does the 4 damage right away. Does he attack? Oh boy. So I'm at 5. This is trample. Down to 1. I'm not dead. Well, if I'm not dead, is he dead? He had a stick. I don't know what it is. But he has a stick. He shouldn't have attacked. Maybe he has 1 damage somewhere. Ah, GG. Haha, we got there. I mean, at 1, but it happened. Alright, our opponent is Sethiolus. Sethiolus goes first. This would be such a good hand if we got to go first, but we didn't. Of course we didn't. Why would you get to go first, right? He's got a forest. No land where else. I'm gonna get that going. Maybe we burn something. We do have a Firebending Lesson. Badger Mocha. Badger Mode Cup is pretty scary. I think we just gotta get rid of that right now. Gotta go to full control mode. Use that mana. All pack recruit. Pretty good card. Alright. I will be able to get 2 mana to do something. This costs 5 mana. I can get 2 treasures. Do I want to do that? Probably. This is kind of tricky, huh? Probably not this turn, though. I can get 4 mana. But then I can't use it for anything. No block, so I will activate this, or I'll activate a higher claw here. I'll get a Firebending Student going. Now we have a lot more things going on. Sort of, not really. I'm pretty sure if he plays a land and play a Space Dragon here. Quantum Driller, not a Space Dragon. That's good for me. You drew 1 card. Let it go. So he's just got 3 things on board here. Alright, that makes us do something, right? Because if we get this Firebending, that would be 4, 5, 6. 6, I can activate this to get, not treasure. Actually, no. Also this. No, this is 4. Oh yeah, you know what? This should be plenty. Let's see the blocks. That's all the blocks. We got a tray heist and 3 treasures. Do this again. Oh, that's so much damage. Alright, we got there, Sethless. GG. Alright, our opponent is the handsome King Joe. The virtuous, handsome King Joe. He's so virtuous, he's getting to go first. I don't really have a lesson, so... probably screwed. I mean, oh come on, you tell me this guy's not playing red. Not playing red. And then we're off, turn 1. Alright, well. Bolt the bird, as they say. Another level, okay. Like I said, bolt the bird. Not sure if this does much. They got 3 colors going on here. I would like to ascend. I would like to use that ascension for a trigger. I would like to use that trigger for a pump. Alright, what else you got? Forest or Boroid. Pretty scary. It's gonna be a 4. I think I can get to 4 damage. Right, this Firebend 1, Firebend 2. So that's 3 mana. So if that's 3 mana, I'll need 2 more mana for this. So we can play another Ascension. Kick it, kill it. Form a Boroid deck. I mean, I don't really have that much damage going on, but I will. Leyline Weaver. Alright, I don't think I need to play any of these right now. Okay, he just quits. Yeah, this is... I'm gonna pump it all into this. It's not really that crazy, but it's something. GG. Alright, our opponent is the Lethal... Leathun. Leathun. Opponent goes first. I'm sad. But, hey, you know what? Yip. Oh god. 4 lands. We got 18 lands in his deck. How do we get flooded? Uh-oh. Alright, I guess we're not even playing this game. Get ready to die on turn 4. I can use one of these mana. Well, I mean, there's an event though. return this permanent. I mean, I already got the thing going. Oh, not Kona. What do you know? Discards Kona. I mean, I get to trigger it twice. Is it a counterspell or something? It doesn't have a counterspell. Hit him with 2 of these. He tossed a Kona, so it does serve to probably guess that he has another Kona. No, he's waiting for an Omni. Okay. Let me do this. He let the Burnout out. Let's get Felonious in here. I'm not gonna get double strike anyways. Takes way too long. Unauthorized exit. Making him use a lot of his stuff. So. I would like that double trigger. That's probably a counterspell. Well, I can't stop it. I mean, if it has a counterspell, he doesn't have Omni, right? Ha! Take that. Oh, GG's. My cabbages! I mean, good luck with your Omni deck, jerk. See ya. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those firebending games, how does this deck feel? I gotta be honest, I don't think this deck is as good as I thought it would be. Mono Red has really been gipped since WotC did all their bans, and then Swiss Fear got rotated out of Standard. Now there are a lot of ways to play this deck, so I think maybe a Slickshot Show Off, a Fling deck, some sort of Izzet or some sort of Guru deck that allows us to use a different color into it and have better lessons might help a lot with this deck. But I want to try Mono Red because Firebending does just give us red mana, and I think a lot of these cards do work very well, and on paper the synergy is crazy. The problem with on paper is that we think about each card as, you know, if we can have this, then have that, then they can combo together. But what I've noticed today in Standard is that I've gone second, like, way more than half the game, which, you know, I didn't just notice that today. I noticed that like every day we play, is that you go first about 20% of the games, and a red deck needs to go first. Otherwise, you lose behind on tempo, and it's very hard to claw back. And then, most of my opponents today have been mono black or some sort of a Golgari version of, you know, kill spell deck. Killspell.deck. And that's the problem, right? We get just, you know, every creature we stick just dies immediately, which means we can't actually get any tempo or any snowball off. And you saw all the games that we won that any little bit of snowball really just kind of goes off. And I had to do a lot of fine-tuning because obviously I need creatures on board to attack. But then if I have creatures on board and an opponent just goes kill spell, kill spell, kill spell, we can't get anywhere. So I got to slot in things like Felonious Rage to get other spells going. Great Trick Heist. I used to have Redirect Lightning to try to redirect. Oh, this is another card I need to talk about. Redirect. Insane card in EDH. Terrible card in Standard. It looks like it's 1 mana to just change the target of a single spell. That sounds crazy, but so many of our spells that WotC has designed says target opponent. So it's trash, right? If our opponent says, as a creature says, just target opponent sacrifice a creature, that's not going to help us. If our opponent plays Shelter by Ghost, it says target permanent an opponent controls. Well, I can't change that target anywhere. And then I tried to change the target. I tried to change the target on a Snakeskin Veil, and Snakeskin Veil says target creature you control, so I can only change it to a different target that they control, which means I can't steal their Snakeskin Veil, and that feels real bad. And that's the problem with this deck, is that WotC has been designing a little bit less for red, which is to my surprise and to my merry, I guess. I'm very happy about not having to face, overpower red deck, but I think they might have gone a little bit too far. The red deck just really isn't there anymore as the prominent, dominant deck because of all the things that got rotated and things that got banned. But maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe it's just this version of the deck that isn't working. Maybe the Slick Shot Show Off version is still going to be overpowered. Only time can tell. But I really want to see whether Firebending works. And so far, I think Firebending by itself is not an aggressive, not a super aggressive ability. It might be a very combo-centric ability. Because I look at the Firebender Ascensions, every game that I won, Firebending Ascension has kind of been popping off. And maybe in a deck that's not built just around getting damage through, but built around getting attack triggers and firebenders, firebenders to get us extra mana, could be the way to go. Because imagine if you have a Firebending 2 or 3 on a Firebending Ascension, then if it doubles triggers, we get 6 mana during an attack, and those 6 mana could go a long way. Maybe we got to play the Ozai, the Golgari, the Rakdos version that gets us the mana does not go away. That will help. Maybe. I don't know. Right now, this deck, I think it can get us wins and it can probably rank up pretty quickly, but it is not an overpowered deck like I thought it would be. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.